honored to be here and receive this amazing award for my education. I'm feeling like I'm in like the presence of like amazing young people. It's nice to be in a room where all of us can be appreciated for our accomplishments and support our college students.
I'm feeling very humbled, you know, like having people recognize my hard work throughout my whole entire high school career feels amazing, and just being amongst so many incredible young people and we're all like recognized for positive things, just really very refreshing.
I'm feeling good. I feel thankful too. It's like an honor to get this.
This is one of our favorite nights of the year. Can you just give you guys a hand? Give yourselves a hand. This is your night. Man, I tell you, I love seeing all these beautiful faces. We're so excited that you are our Maisin Scholars of 2014. Woo! Yeah. We're here, our staff is here to make sure that you achieve those goals. So whatever your dream is, that's our dream, okay? Can we share your dream with you? Yeah. Only a few of you let us share your dreams. Can we share your dreams with you? Yeah. That's what we're here for. So we're not just here to fund your dreams, we're here to help you achieve your dreams, okay? So we love you already. Some of you we've had the opportunity to speak a little more closely with. Hopefully over the next few weeks, days, months, and years, we'll get to know some of you even better. You'll see some of our scholars that are volunteering, and we'll be expecting you guys to do the same. As we invest in you, we sure hope that you will be lovingly kind enough to invest back into the program. Like I said, we love you guys already. Give yourselves a big hand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Arms. Post. Post. Colors. Reset. Arms. Order. Arms. Dismiss.
You may be seated. Good evening. I'm Mrs. Sonia Brunswick, and I'm the Executive Director of the Maisin Scholar Award. I want to welcome you all here on tonight. We are excited to have our Maisin Scholars of the class of 2014. Can we give them a hand? We have some of the most exceptional young people in the city of San Francisco here before us on this evening that we're here to honor and celebrate, and we're so glad that you can be here on tonight to join us. We want to take a minute and thank Principal Andrew Ishibashi for hosting us on tonight. He has been a champion of the Maisin Scholar Award for many years, and on tonight he has 6 young people who are among us as Maisin Scholars. I also want to take the opportunity, and I'll be doing this more specifically later on in the evening, but just take the opportunity to thank the district staff and faculty of the San Francisco Unified School District, community leaders, the Maisin Foundation for coming out to help us to celebrate this most auspicious occasion, and family and friends, because without you, these young people wouldn't be here on tonight. So thank all of you for being here on tonight. We're going to have opening remarks this evening from Dr. Emily Marassi, who is the Vice President of the San Francisco Board of Education. Would you give her a hand, please, as she comes forward? She's been a long-time supporter of the Maisin Scholar Award and served on the review committee this year, and shared that it was a challenging experience because we had so many young people that were worthy of receiving an award, but unfortunately we could only award 75. And so again, Dr. Marassi.
Thank you so much, Sonia. How about a big hand for Mrs. Brunswick? So how's everybody doing tonight? Oh, very weak. How's everybody doing tonight? On behalf of the San Francisco Board of Education, I want to heartfelt extend congratulations to the Maisin Scholars Class of 2014. As Mrs. Brunswick mentioned, I was on the review committee this year, and it was a lot of work. We read through so many applications, so many deserving students, but you're the ones who were selected. I want to have the scholar stand and be recognized. Know that you are surrounded by people who truly see your potential to succeed in your future endeavors. Let's recognize these VIPs. Please stand if you're an educator, sponsor, friend, or family who supported one of our Maisin Scholars. Please stand and be recognized. Best wishes to you all, and again, congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Emily Marassi. The Maisin Scholar Award is funded by a grant from the Alexander M. and June L. Maisin Foundation of the Jewish Community Federation's Endowment Fund. We want to pay tribute on this evening as well to the life and support of Alexander Maisin and the legacy he left to the city of San Francisco through the Maisin Scholar Award. Our Maisin Scholars are the lasting legacy of his contribution. And as a result, we have received support from the Alexander Maisin Foundation, and we are positioned because of this to provide opportunities to directly provide funding to students who might otherwise fall through the cracks. We have the chance to ensure students' successful transition from the hands of the San Francisco Unified School District to various colleges around the nation and abroad. and work with them for over the next 4 to 6 years in many cases, and be able to see them off into viable career opportunities. We're empowered to not only provide funding to help shape the future of our scholars' success through academic and career counseling, internships, and also conduct professional development workshops and seminars to equip them toward their career goals. The Maisin board members who oversee the endowment fund and provide the support necessary to continue our work and maintain Mr. Maisin's legacy in our community have been invaluable to us, especially in this last year's major transition. Would the Maisin board members please stand? You have a heartfelt gratitude for all the support that we've received over the years to be able to empower young people to live out their dreams. I'd like to introduce you to Rick Schiller, the president of the Maisin Foundation, and he will share a few words with us about the founder of the Maisin Scholarship that Mr. Alexander Maisin has left in his name. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please allow me to welcome Mr. Rick Schiller.
Good evening. On behalf of the Maisin Foundation, I would like to welcome all of you here this evening, and once again to introduce my fellow board members, Adele Corbin and Susan Mall, also the head of, or the director of our grant program, Mark Reisbaum. So, here they are. Alexander Maisin died over 20 years ago. Each year at this event, we like to spend a few minutes recalling his life. Mr. Maisin was born in Russia in 1917. While still an infant, his family moved to China when he was about 1 year old. He lived in China until he was about 20 years old, and then he became a merchant marine and came to San Francisco. Mr. Maisin worked as a longshoreman on the docks of the San Francisco Bay for many years. Over a period of time, he moonlighted at a second job. He began buying houses which he would renovate and sell. His projects over time became larger, buying and renovating duplexes, and then apartment buildings, and then commercial buildings. Eventually, he retired as a longshoreman and worked full-time as a real estate developer. Over a period of over 30 years, he built and renovated dozens of commercial and residential real estate projects. His signature project, which you might know, is the Anchorage Shopping Center and parking garage near Pier 39 on Beach Street in San Francisco. Alexander Maisin was a very, very unusual individual. He spoke Russian and Chinese fluently, as well as English. Even after living in San Francisco for almost 50 years, he continued to speak with a very heavy Russian accent. Physically, he was about 5 feet 2 and about 2 feet wide. Irrespective of his wealth, he always wore clip-on ties, and he liked to smoke his pipe. He loved animals. He was a very long-time supporter of Glide Church in San Francisco and of the Reverend Cecil Williams. As Mr. Maisin aged, he decided to create a charitable foundation. As a person of Jewish heritage, he was very desirous of providing financial resources to deserving recipients through a Jewish organization. For that reason, he formed his foundation as a supporting foundation to the Jewish Community Federation. While Mr. Maisin never finished college, he did love learning. He was very much aware of the difficulties that face financially challenged youth, and the unfortunate fact that many very deserving students never get the opportunity to complete their education. In his memory, we, the board of directors of his foundation, initiated this scholarship program to provide educational opportunities to deserving students. The program, which started approximately 12 years ago, has continued to grow and develop to what you are witnessing today. We, the members of the Maisin Foundation, also want to give very special thanks to Sonia Brunswick, director of the scholarship program. Her involvement and commitment to the program has been critical to its ongoing success. Finally, we would like to once more recognize all of you, our 2014 Maisin Scholarship recipients, for your achievement in your individual development, for your commitment to your education, and for making your families and those associated with this program so proud of you as you stand before us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now, I'd like to take the time to introduce you to our Honor Award recipient on tonight. The Honor Award is given to a Maisin alum who has completed their undergraduate program and who has done some significant work in the community. And so on tonight, we have with us Carlos Tostados, of the class of 2008 Maisin Scholars, who is also an alum of Philip and Saliburton High School. He received his Bachelor's of Arts in La Raza Studies from San Francisco State University in 2013. Carlos grew up in a home raised by a hard-working single mother who set the tone for a great work ethic for her children. Carlos was compelled to pursue a college education due to the lack of resources he witnessed in his community. He was inspired to pursue his dream of becoming a role model and high school counselor. Let's welcome Mr. Carlos Gonzalez.
First and foremost, I would like to thank God for his blessing and honor. I would also like to thank the Maisin Scholar Award, the principals, counselors, and teachers of our school district for the support and encouragement they have provided along the way. Without them, none of this would be possible. A special thanks to all of our families, friends, and community members for the love and support, as well as Alexander M. and June L. Maisin Foundation for their dedication in providing the financial support that has invested in our dreams and aspirations. I appreciate all of you. Congratulations to the Maisin Scholar Award recipients. Please give yourselves a round of applause for all of your achievements and hard work. This award because of your passion and devotion to your education. Each and every one of you has a story and a purpose in this beautiful life, and you should recognize that education is a tool that will allow you to build your future. I'm confident that all of you will accomplish your goals and will make your visions a reality. I would like to briefly express my story and how I got to this point. As a Chicano born and raised in the inner city, I truly made it against the odds. Many of my peers dropped out of high school, were victims of street violence, or were incarcerated. The environment that we grew up in was toxic and did not provide the adequate resources to live a healthy and productive life. I personally did not know a voice that was challenging young students of color in the inner city to strive towards positive social change. I became conscious of the fact that in order to contribute to my community, it would be critical for me to obtain a position of leadership through my education. However, the education I received did not correlate with my identity, and getting the support and guidance to succeed was a challenge. It seemed as if I was already targeted to be another statistic, since there appeared to be only low expectations of me. Nonetheless, one of my teachers in my senior year by the name of Mrs. Berkelman saw a lot of positive traits in me and would encourage me to stay focused and to recognize my capacity of being a leader. I will never forget her words, since they ignited self-awareness, which allowed me to see my ability to influence and counsel others. Through my positive and negative experiences at my high school, as well as learning more about myself in college, I became inspired to become a high school counselor to provide inner city students of color the support and guidance needed to succeed. Transferring from City College to SF State was challenging for me. There were many barriers that I faced, and I doubted myself often and almost gave up a few times, yet I managed to persevere. Receiving the incentive award from the Maisin Scholar for successfully transferring to a four-year university helped me out tremendously with all of the additional costs associated with continuing my education. The financial support that I received was critical in allowing me to continue moving forward on my academic path. Once I transitioned into San Francisco State University, I had a powerful educational experience, but I often felt disconnected from the student body and staff. I always questioned why it was that I did not see more representation from the community I grew up in continuing their education. That question continues to motivate me to impact low-income urban students of color and empower them to pursue an education beyond high school. I'm a mentor and advocate for the migrant education program. I mentor middle and high school students who come from migrant families that have worked in the agricultural sector. My father was a migrant farm worker, so it has been gratifying to give back to that population. As a mentor and advocate, I worked simultaneously with two seniors who had previously worked in the farm fields. They both struggled with being undocumented and considered themselves to be part of an invisible population. This caused them to lose hope in their studies and in their personal lives as well. I saw a lot of potential in them, and I committed myself to motivating them to strive and to not give up. I was able to encourage them to continue their education by connecting them to scholarships and providing them with the support that they needed to progress. After mentoring them with love and guidance, they found in themselves the zeal needed to be successful. My mission was to provide hope to these students who were gifted and talented. Thankfully, both of them won multiple scholarships that year, and one actually received the Maisin Scholar Award. They are very focused in their academic paths, and one of them recently graduated from the Culinary Arts program at City College. I can say that I made a positive impact in their lives, and quite frankly, it was very rewarding. That experience helped me recognize my ability to inspire young students to continue in education. With that said, I have a dream of being a leader, a healer, and an advocate in my community, particularly for inner city youth through education. I want you to recognize the power of your dreams and the vision that you will obtain for your future. Don't forget that in the face of adversity, your character is shaped. By working to your fullest potential without any limitations, fear, or doubts blocking your way, you will overcome your challenges and accomplish what your heart desires. Our education is the key to opening the locked doors, not only to our personal success, but most importantly, to the success of our families, communities, our society, and the world. We are the next generation to step up to the plate, and our position is vital. So let us keep advancing in our education and utilize it as a weapon to defeat injustices and to fight for what is right. Let your conscience guide you through your academic path, and don't ever give up. Plant those seeds of knowledge and watch them grow as you progress in your studies, and you will have a fruitful orchard which represents the accomplishment of your goals. From the core, I wish each and every one of you much success in your academic, professional, and personal endeavors. I hope that you will become who you wish to become, so more power to you. Once again, congratulations.
We have some awesome Maisin alum, and when I look over the vast amount of young people who have received scholarships over the years, and still are in communication with them, they almost cause me to just be in awe of the work that they do in the community, and Carlos is one of those young men. Just to brag just a little bit, you know, I heard back from one of our students who graduated also, I believe it was in '07, from Metro Academies this year, and he was an animist, an animator, graduated from the University of Los Angeles, and he was one of the producers or animators who worked on Frozen. How many of you saw Frozen? Yeah. So we have a Maisin scholar who worked on one of the most prolific cartoons that's out there today, and my daughter, who is here serving, before I saw the movie, just spent so much time going, do I want to build a snowman? And I would hear from upstairs, Mom, do you want to build a snowman? And every time I hear that now, I think about one of our scholars who worked on that particular cartoon. And so we have so many scholars doing so many different things around the nation, and it really blesses me. And Carlos, I look forward to the next episode of your success. Again, let's give him a hand. I would now like to introduce you to our keynote speaker, Dr. Derek Smith. Derek Smith is currently an assistant professor of educational leadership at the University of San Francisco. Dr. Smith also serves as an administrative coach for the Oakland Unified School District, an educational consultant to the superintendent's office of the Castro Valley Unified School District. Dr. Smith formerly served as the Center Director for Learning Works, an educational policy organization focusing on improving student success rates in higher education. Dr. Smith is also the founder of the Triumph program in Oakland. Triumph is a youth development program for adolescents with a curriculum rooted in sociology, feminism, and critical theory. The program served 170 youth a year at Oakland Technical High School while operating at 3 other schools in the Bay Area as well. Dr. Smith also served as the co-principal for the June Jordan School for Equity in San Francisco Unified School District. During his time there, the small high school for social justice had the highest percentage of students of color admitted into 4-year universities of any public high school in San Francisco. Ladies and gentlemen, can we welcome Dr. Smith?
I have to set a stopwatch because I'm a Sagittarius, and we can speak forever. And it's not fair to have to follow Carlos because now I have nothing to say. That's how good it was. But I will say briefly, when I came to San Francisco to be co-principal at June Jordan, I noticed how people use the term amazing a lot. And I'm from Oakland, and at the time in Oakland, people didn't use the term amazing as much. And I thought that was a really fabulous term to use when you're trying to describe something beautiful. And I found it used often in reference to students like you. When you made accomplishments such as this, you were considered amazing. When you smiled and were nice, polite, didn't kill someone, folks considered you amazing. And I agree with that. And I would ask my staff to deconstruct that term and be mindful that it is a wonderful term to use, but for reasons that they had not yet investigated. If you getting a scholarship to a college, for college, in a country that offers the opportunity to go to college and has for many, many years, and you've attended schools in this country, and if doing all that is amazing, it begs one to think, why is that so amazing when that is what you were supposed to do in the first place? And the answer to that is expansive, and I can't go into it in depth now, but the point is that you are amazing because you were amazing when you were born. And your birth was amazing, and the people that raised you and tried to raise you and support you are amazing to do so because they are in the face of something that is structured to make sure that you do not do so. Your family's going to work each day, being unemployed, then being employed, being overcommitted, working too many hours a week in unfair, hostile conditions. You going to school, in schools that Mr. Carranza is working hard to improve each day, but in a city, like many cities, that has struggled to properly educate you for the empowerment of yourself and your community for many decades now. The fact that you can be in cities where gangs run rampant, right next door to cities where they have none, where you might have a homicide rate and a drug proliferation rate and a prostitution rate right next to cities and neighborhoods that have none. And the difference is who lives in that neighborhood versus you. Your achievement through that is amazing, but you want to remember that that amazingness comes from inside you. You want to recognize that that was passed down to you. That the families and the friends, the teachers, the community around you that supported you had to have something inside them to push you to get to this point. And for those of you that didn't need to be pushed, you certainly needed to be protected. This is the society, like many, that struggle with getting its most targeted, its most historically excluded opportunities to succeed within the system. One of the reasons why that is because if you were allowed to maintain the ethics and the courage that you were born with, your success leads to a total transformation of that very system. In that, my words to you are set in a particular context. I grew up in Oakland during the most violent time in terms of homicide in Oakland's history. It was the golden era of hip-hop and what people call the crack era. I lost 3 friends to homicide before my 22nd birthday, 2 before my high school graduation. I went to too many funerals, so many in high school, that I haven't been to a funeral outside of my family members since. I saw young people my age being beat down until they were twitching. I saw my first and only witnessed homicide in 10th grade. A classmate of mine died as they tried to save him on the hood of a car after he'd been shot because he didn't want to let a thug into his little sister's birthday party. My other friend was killed, allegedly, because I wasn't there, on the floor by getting shot in the back because he decided to sell dope in the wrong area. They set him up and killed him while he was playing video games. And I'm here as a professor of education at the University of San Francisco. That is not so amazing because I was raised to have the courage and I was supported by wonderful individuals that know what this is that got me here. And so, my words of celebration to you is that I know, and most of us here know, that the things that you made it through, they make you amazing, but not just because you made it through. It makes you amazing because you are one in a long line of people that have had to make it through out of necessity. And yet we still push each day for something that we don't know if it's ever going to end and get out of our way. So in closing, I want you to consider this. As you move down this pathway that Carlos so eloquently articulated to you, this pathway is fraught with all type of barriers and obstacles. You are not done sitting here. This is just the beginning. You now move into a world that will no longer see you, if they ever did, as a young, innocent person. You are now a threat to all things unequal in a very unequal society. Thank you. They feel me. As you move into these spaces of higher education in the professional world, they cannot beat you. They can't stop you. They never could stop us. Us meaning all of the marginalized individuals in the world. They can't stop us. So they will try to convince you to quit, and they will try to convince you that you, as you are not good enough, and you must become something altogether different to succeed. Meaning, turn your back on your community, see yourself as a degreed or educated person as somehow more enlightened than the folks that did not make it to college with you. Without cursing, I would say that is BS. Because college is not a place that requires you to be smart or very creative. When you get there, you will find plenty of idiots that make you wish you was back in San Francisco. The only difference is that if you were at a 4-year institution or one of the 6 to 9 community colleges in California that offer housing, the only difference is that you will have to live right next door to these schools in a dorm room, as opposed to having to see them every once in a while. I am asking you to remember to be strong. And remember that that strength comes from the ethics that you got, from the family members and the supportive people that loved you. You have to remember that while you are distinguished, you cannot be separated from where you come from. For college is not a place that instills wisdom. It gives you an opportunity to gain wisdom. But going there in itself does not mean that you will leave wise. You are going into a place that will challenge you and suggest that perhaps you don't belong. So in closing, remember this. Your goal is not to go and belong. Your job is to go and tear it up. That means do your work, attend your classes, but have your voice. Tell them what you've seen and what you believe and why. You are special. But not just because you did this today. You're special because you come from a long line of special individuals that know what it means to fight, that know what it means to overcome, and contrary to popular belief, you know what it means to win. And when you are sitting there after your family and you have paid all that money, and the wonderful Maisin Foundation has allowed you to get this award, you better go in there and make it worth every penny. And do not let them take you. Remember this. This is what we do. This is what we do. You're next. Enjoy it. Have fun. Do your best. Thank you.
Class of 2014, say this with me. This, come on now, this is what we do. Come on, this is what we do. Come on, everybody, this is what we do. Come on. I want to tip something up. All right. Wow. Are you guys inspired? Are you motivated? Are you challenged? You ready to get to it? All right, now I'm going to hold you to this next year, this time. I don't want to hear nothing about I'm giving up, okay? All right. At this time, we would like to present to you once again the Maisin Honor Award recipient, Mr. Carlos Gonzalez Tostada. Rick, would you please join me? Carlos, in recognition of your hard work and commitment to your education and to making a difference in our community, the Maisin Scholar Award would like to present to you this certificate of achievement and a $4,000 scholarship toward your postgraduate pursuit. We encourage you to leave your imprint on the world and touch as many lives as you can. That is the mark of a Maisin Scholar. This is what we do. We're now going to present the certificates for our 2014 Maisin Scholars. We will call up the recipients by school. And when your school is called, please assemble at the left side of the stage. We will then call you up one at a time. As you receive your award, stay on the stage for your photo. We welcome any school staff or faculty member available to please come and join the students for your school at that time. Saba Gubrizi. Jerry Dwayne Johnson, Jr. Rose Teresa de Alba. Academy of Arts and Science.
That was quick. Here we go. 1, 2.
Teodoro Caneva from Balboa High School.
Well, actually, let's put you right here. Right here.
Andrea Manrique. Diaja Nunn. Brittany Nicole Posada. City Arts and Technology High School. Jonathan Alvarengue. Deja Pell. Michael Villalobos Gomez. Downtown High School. Scholars can take their seats after receiving your certificate, please. Please come back to your seats. Siamuli Anthony Tuala. Galileo Academy of Science and Technology.
We're going to take a picture of my friend right here. Here's the money shot. Smile. Awesome.
Eva Alikai.
Thanks for coming.
Sofia Velayadi. Yuanling Chen. The pictures, just as a reminder to our audience, either school staff or principals, please. Yang Tin Alice Kwan. Michelle Kong. Warren Sanchez Ngo. Gateway High School, please. Oh, I'm sorry. We have one more. Willie Todd. Again, Gateway High School.
Congratulations.
Ray Enriquez. Amy Liang. Owen Mukatash. Saeed Shawasha. George Washington High School. Giovanni Barajas.
Congratulations to you.
Jenny Choi. Kevin Gill. Maria Kamashin. Ida B. Wells. Gerardo Giovanni Rivas. Joshaniqua Smith. Independence High School. Flavia Elisa Moria. International Study Academy. Alexis Barbosa. Gilberto Miguel Perez. John O'Connell High School. Jacqueline Zuliana Callejas. Antonio Godoy. Christian Salas. June Jordan School for Equity. Kenneth Chappelle Jr. Rhonda Lydia Gaynor. Jermaine Guevara. Leadership Charter High School. Jeffrey Jose Bernal. Irene Kian. Jashay Jones. Tika Talai. Lowell High School. Jocelyn M. Castaneda. Jayla Smith Caston. Hector Chan. Tatiana Pandu. Emmanuel Hillman.
Mr. Hillman, congratulations. All right, let's take your first position.
Kathleen Diana Nunez. Mission High School. Ruth Bain. Emily Berger. Era Gonzalez. Ramona Angelic Gwynn. Emmanuel McCarter. Emmanuel McCarter.
You get two.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mark-Anthony McHenry. Ronald Raymond Morillo. Philip and Salaberton High School.
They look tight. They'll take it.
Angelina Perez. Reed Salim. Raul Wallenberg High School. Amy Luke.
We're going to take a picture. Okay? So everybody get it nice and tight. There we go.
Victoria Mills.
All right, we're going to take a picture. Right there in the middle.
Joni Chung. Eliseo Torres. Ruth Asawa, San Francisco School of the Arts. Erica Bato. Lori Bato. San Francisco International High School. Kaini Lau.
You know these fine people? Yes. Let's take a picture. Right here. Everybody get it nice and tight. There we go.
Jessica Beatriz Menjivar Cruz.
You know where to take a picture. Face this way.
Velez Sanchez. And finally, Thurgood Marshall High School, Teresa Atanoa. Zaria Clemens. Zanae Clemens. Wei J. Fang. Joyce Gu. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2014 Superintendent of the San Francisco Unified School District, Richard Carranza. Our superintendent has been a long and strong supporter of the Maisin Scholar Award, and if we had honorary Maisin Awards to give out, Richard Carranza would be one of them. We would call him our very own and be proud of his life's work. His life's work has revolved around creating opportunities for all students to receive a quality education that positions them for academic and career success. Would you all join me in welcoming Superintendent Richard Carranza?
Good evening, class of 2014! I just want to say, how fair is it for me that I have to follow Sonia, I have to follow Carlos, and then I have to follow Derek? That's just not right. How about a round of applause for them? So I do want to take this opportunity on behalf of all of the teachers, paraprofessionals, administrators, all of the parents, everyone associated with the San Francisco Unified School District to say, congratulations. We are so proud of you, our Maisin Scholars. You are what we do every single year. This is why we get out of bed and come to work, because you are the reason that we do what we do. So we're so proud of your achievement. I also want to take this opportunity, more than anything, and I think you've heard it in the words of Carlos. And by the way, Carlos, I want first shot at hiring you back once you get that master's degree, okay? But you've heard it from Carlos, you've heard it from Derek in such real terms. Thank you. Thank you for speaking the truth. But I want to say this as well. that our scholars could not, would not be here this evening if it were not for the parents, whether it's your parents, your godparents, your tios, your aunts, your uncles, your neighbors, your grandparents, all of those people that make a community to get you where you are today. So how about you give them a round of applause? To the class of 2014 being here, all I want to say to you on top of the thank you is that they could not have been here without your support. This is the fruit of your labor. And as they go on and do amazing things in our community and in the world, look back at this as your success as much as it is their success. So, to the class of 2014 Maisin Scholars, a couple of words. And before I say this to you, I also want to recognize, and Dr. Marassi was very, very kind about bringing you greetings from the Board of Education. This Board of Education truly believes in students and it truly believes in our community. So we're very honored that Dr. Marassi is here. But I also want to especially thank two groups of individuals. One of the groups is all of the high school principals that are here. If you're a high school principal, would you please stand? Please stand. And of course, to the Alexander and June Maisin Foundation, thank you. You do God's work. You do things that you shouldn't have to do. That if we lived in the truly enlightened society that Derek speaks of, there would be no need for Maisin scholarships because that would be the birthright of every child in our nation. But as we have not yet attained that enlightened state, thank you. This is your legacy. This is your legacy. So if Derek was without further words because Carlos had taken his words, I mean, Derek just took the rest of my words too. So I want to just give a few words of advice to the Maisin scholars, okay? And this is from me to you. And it may be a little unconventional, but here it goes. So as you go forward, I want you to think about the story of Mr. Maisin, who came to this country an immigrant, who came to this country a non-English speaker, who came to this country with nothing but the determination to succeed and do right by himself, his family, and later parlayed that into doing right by the community. Someone who didn't have to do what he did, yet felt it so important to invest in the next generation of not only San Franciscans, but global citizens. Your scholarships are a direct result of him paying it forward. So here's the simple obligation that you have as a Maisin scholar, that you will pay it forward in the immediate future by going to college and doing well in college. And when it gets tough, when there are other things that you could be doing other than studying, when there are other things that you could be doing rather than coming back for the second semester, when it gets so tough that you think, why am I here? I want you to think about Mr. Maisin's history, and I want you to think about the investment of all of us here, and many of us that aren't here in this auditorium, that we've invested in you and we believe in you, because it's real. And we want you to come back and do what Derek asked you to do. Blow it up. Blow it up. Make the system work for everyone. That's what we want you to do. So my 3 words of advice, and I want you to do these 3 things for me. I want you to promise you're going to do these 3 things for me. Are you ready? Yes. All right, these are the 3 things that I want you to promise that you're going to do for me. I want you to cheat, I want you to steal, and I want you to lie. Do I finally have your attention? Parents, hold on, there's a point here. Parents are awfully nervous right now. I want you to cheat, I want you to steal, and I want you to lie. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Society does not believe in general that children that look like you can be successful. They believe that you're going to drop out. They believe that you are already part of a gang. They believe that you are a burden to society. So when I say to you, I want you to cheat, I want you to cheat all of those non-believers out of another stereotype. And when people try to drag you off your game, and your game is to be successful, I want you to cheat them out of another victim. Cheat them out of the victim, because they're counting on you not succeeding. So I want you to cheat. I want you to cheat. Now, I also want you to steal. And when I want you to steal, you are the cumulative success of the people that love you. So I want you to steal a moment out of every day. Some people say they meditate. Some people say they just chill. I get it. But I want you to steal a moment out of every day to think of those people that are thinking of you. Because I guarantee you they're thinking of you every single day. I want you to steal a moment every day. And I want you to stay focused. And then lie. I bet you're wondering, how's he going to make something out of a lie? It's very simple. As you lie in bed every day, I want you to think about the fact that there are people in our society that don't have a bed to lie in. I want you to think about the fact that Mr. Mason, at certain points in his life, did not have either a bed or a house to lie in. I want you to think about the fact that as you lie in bed, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how insurmountable those obstacles seem, no matter how much you feel it's you against the world, as you lie in bed, I want you to give thanks for what you have. And what you have is a community that supports you, that thinks of you, that really believes in you. And more importantly, what you have is you have all of us that will not let you fail. And if you don't believe me, wait till you hear Ms. Brunswick call you and say, what are you doing for next semester? Because she don't play. She don't play. Is that right, Ms. Brunswick?
That's right, I don't
Mrs.
play.
Brunswick, she don't play. But she don't play because she loves you. She loves you too much. So she's not going to play. So I want you to cheat, I want you to steal, and I want you to lie, and I want you to pay it forward, because at some point in the future, you're going to be coming back as a graduate, as an alum of the Maisin Scholars, and inspiring a whole other generation of folks like Carlos did tonight about what's possible when you keep your eye on the prize. I couldn't be more proud of the class of 2014. You are the future. Go out and tear it up.
Before I move into some thank yous, there are a set of keys that were left on the roof of a car on a San Francisco 49ers keychain. Please find a security guard in the lobby so that you can retrieve your keys. 49er fan. Is that you? Okay. All right. Is that you, darling? Okay. I can't believe you got me this car. I'd like to take a minute now to personally thank the Maisin board members. They've been a wonderful support over the years, and I'm so grateful to be in partnership with them on such a wonderful endeavor that touches and impacts the lives of young people like this. This year was particularly challenging as we transitioned, but we had unwavering support from the Maisin Foundation, and through their efforts and commitment, we stand strong to support the scholars who sit here today. I specifically want to thank Rick Schiller, who stepped up and just gave so much of his time and so much of his guidance and encouragement when we really didn't know where we were going to go and what we were going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, could we thank the Maisin Foundation board members once again? I also want to take time to thank the Maisin Advisory Board. I believe that there are some of you who are here tonight, particularly the Assistant Superintendent Janet Schultz, who sits on our advisory board. Would you please stand? Also, Lynn Ishihari, who is also the Interim Director of Foster Youth in Action and a nonprofit consultant. Would you stand? And one of our very own Maisin alum, Erin Ho from the Plant Cafe Organic. Erin, are you here? And one person who is not here on tonight from our advisory board is Dr. Laurie Scolari, who is the director of the California Community College's Linked Learning Initiative. And she just had a second surgery on tonight, and I can't begin to thank her enough. She was one of the associate deans at City College and was instrumental when we launched in 2010 our community college counseling protocol for our community college students. And just about a month ago, she found out that she had cancer and called me. She was supposed to be doing what I'm doing on tonight. I wanted people to see her and just to honor her. And if you can remember her in your thoughts and prayers as she continues to recover. She did contact me on today to let me know that her second surgery, I don't know why she contacted me today. She just had her second surgery and wanted to let me know that it went well. And so, just in honor of her on tonight, can we just, in her absence, give her a round of applause? I also want to extend a very special thanks to the Maisin staff, our program coordinator, Courtney Luxon, our education advisor, Maritza Salinas. She's also a Maisin alum of the class of 2007. Our interns, Deandra Crawford, Norman Zhao, Malika Demings, Nicholas Soto, and my daughter, Elena. So much hard work went into making this day happen, and I tell you, it was really eerie as we moved closer and closer to this day, because I think unlike any other time in my over 7 years of being with the Maisin Scholar Award, it was going so well. Everything went off without a hitch, and I'm so grateful to Courtney. She has just been a consummate professional. Come on out here, Courtney. Come on, give it up, give it up. And I'm almost in tears as I say this. I wasn't gonna do this, but Courtney is going to be leaving us. She told me that I was such a good mentor that she's going to grad school and she's leaving us in July. And so I just, worked my way out of one of the best coordinators that we've had in this position, and we're gonna miss her. Can we give her one more round of applause? I also want to thank many of our current scholars who volunteered here on tonight. Many who recently have arrived home from across the nation, from different universities in New York and Georgia and Alabama. They have come and just stepped right in, and so this is an opportunity where we get to use them a little bit more, and they get to invest in us as much as we're trying to invest in them. Additionally, I want to thank our review committee for your support in helping us select our Maisin 2014 scholars. The support that you provided was outstanding, and really we could not have done it without you. Can we give the review committee a hand? I also want to thank Dr. Derek Smith for coming on tonight. I tell you, I'm taking it. This is what we do. This is what we do. That's all right. I already do, we tear it up. but this is what we do. And I hope that you were motivated and challenged by the word that he shared on tonight, and that this is something that when you go off to your various destinations, that you'll remember these words that he spoke to you on tonight. I want to thank again our district superintendent, Richard Carranza. Your support, it just means more than I can say. I'm a little choked up because for everyone that's here, I can't begin to tell you how much it means to have people to rally and support. Some of our young people, you know, as we interviewed many of them, shared they didn't have anyone in their corner. And so tonight is a night where there are some that may go back to their different locations, some not necessarily what they call home, but just a location. And so here's where we can honor them, here's where we can lift them up, here's where we can encourage them. And when our superintendent spoke on tonight, and I was just choked up because we have people in the school district, in our community, in our surroundings that really care about you and care about your future. And it blesses me to be a part of the community of people who are cheering you on. I also want to thank the district, the principals, the letters that you wrote, the faculty and the counselors that rally and continue to share the opportunities that exist within our program. Principals, you just don't know. You bless me and you bless the students that you serve. And I want to say thank you. We have many partners in the College Access and Success Network, but we have strategic partnerships that allow us to provide increased support and resources to our jointly shared scholars. And I want to acknowledge them here today and thank them for the work that they do to help us ensure our scholars' college and career success. College Track San Francisco. First graduate. Mission graduate. PAC Inc. And finally, Huckleberry Youth Programs. You see, we are a village. And one of the things that are most important to me is not to reinvent the wheel, but I find that in our community we have a lot of organizations that are doing some of the things that we don't have the capacity to do. And so in wisdom, Dr. Derek Smith, we reach out and we reach across and we touch and connect with other organizations who are doing things that would help empower the students that we want to serve. And so I want to say a special thank you to our strategic partners. Finally, just some final words to our Maisin scholars. You've already overcome a great deal. Many of us, as we've reviewed your applications and your essays, and you've shared some of the most challenging times in your life and the things that you've overcome. And I want to share with you that life doesn't necessarily get easier, you just get stronger. It's true, you get stronger. And the challenges that you face are not there to paralyze you, but they're supposed to help you discover who you are. And for some of you, you've heard things in the past few years and maybe even longer, and they were words that I heard myself, and that was that you ain't gonna be nothing. You ain't gonna make it. Some of you have come from my community in Sunnydale, Visitation Valley. One young man in particular who, when I saw him about a week or so ago, and I asked him, I said, "Hey, did you hear the gunshots the other night?" And he was like, "Yeah, we didn't hear any ambulances though, so that means that nobody died that night." And many of you are coming out of the communities with so many challenges in our surroundings, but you're going to be the glory story of your community. The dreams that you're dreaming are important to us. And I want to challenge you all to be responsible for investing in your communities and in our world, because we can't change anything if you don't commit to investing in it. Use your education. Use your talents, use your influence to impart your dream, and not just your dream, but to impart your vision and to make a difference in the world. The best dreams are the ones that we work together to achieve. When we look around, we want to see people who benefit from your dreams. You are the fruition of Alexander Mason's dream. His dream to invest in a better San Francisco and a better community. And so what you do with your dream impacts those that come after you. Would you stand, class of 2012? I'm sorry. I'm so glad class of 2014. And I want you to, one more time, say it with me. This is what we do. 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 What do we do? This is what we do. We tell. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the most valuable possession in our communities, the Maisin class of 2014. Would you stand? Can we stand? So this is a final congratulations. I want to thank everyone for coming on out tonight. We have a buffet in the rear reception. And if you would just enjoy yourself, meet and greet, network, touch somebody's life tonight.